Good morning. Seems not much people interested in China exception AI. But I'm still very glad to have this opportunity to share the information from China with you. This is my third time on the stage of ASU GSV, and but my role was changed. Last time I'm here as the CEO of Shanghai, the first and the biggest MOOC platform in China. And having a panel with CEOs from Coursera, edX, and Udacity, we try to debate, but whether you agree or not, MOOC was history. Fortunately, the demand for high-quality education resource always exists, and we are changed on demand. And so that's why I'm still here. And after that, I was moving to our holding company as Muhua Capital, as mentioned, as management partner. And looking for after our investment portfolio in early this year. Because of this, I have another viewpoint to observe the lifelong learning ecosystem in China and sharing them with you. This is mountain Chumulama. I shot this photo 5 years ago. When I standing there, I cannot feel the time goes by, but only the cloud was drifted over and over. But unfortunately, when I'm back to the city, the pace was going faster and faster. So this is Shanghai in 25 years. You can see the bell tower was preserved, but the Pudong, the side area, the skyline was changed very fast. So you can feel how fast the change of the land. Things change very fast, not only in the skyline, but also the everyday behaviors of everybody and every corner. You can see this is a roadside roasted sweet potato vendor on the roadside, and there's you can pay by adding money, and soon find the money is wrong, so the correct as the Alipay. So cashless payment method can be one of biggest behavior change in our everyday daily life. So the change is not only into the tools, but also to the minds. So back to the education, you can find the classrooms in 200 years ago. The students bowed to their teacher because they can be trained or be instructed individually. But soon you can find in the middle at 19th century classroom in Western world. And the right side picture explains why we need such classrooms. But the things have changed a lot. Till now, you can find the left side picture is 5 years ago, a US university classroom. Everybody takes his computers in the classroom and connect it with the internet as soon as they find anything they want to find. And this picture is one of the university freshman training. You can find everybody is taken with his cell phone, and they connected. Even the teacher behind, they always being connected. This is a new generation of mobile citizens. But students and audience are changed a lot. However, they still need to find a job. This is the picture on the right side is in this year Spring Festival job fairs. So still need competition with their classmates, needs to competition with the other humans. Besides that, you can find in this side pictures, besides that, they have to competition with the machines. Jack Ma is carry out his unmanned stores in late last year. And also there are robots restaurants in Beijing. Maybe you can try next time. So the university students, not only university students need to be competition with human and machines in this area. That's not far in the future. So what is changed? Changed in every aspect. Firstly is the fundamental facilities make these things possible. From the mobile devices and the high efficiency content producing and publishing platforms like Himalaya, you know, is one of the biggest content provider in China. And also the payment. So that makes the closed loop driven to the content providers. Everybody can be content provider as easy as possible. And also they're facing the industrial upgrading. And also with the global impact as the fast development from the artificial intelligence and other concepts and ideas. And also the key is the self-awareness of the students and every people. They are trying to find their selves. They are nobody, but they are themselves. In the past time, we always giving the label to somebody. He won't be somebody in the future. Sorry, Siri. So besides that, we also have the new technology impact. All this change driven, we are entering a new area. Here's a picture of current education system. It's a mainstream education system of China. The system was composed in 3 parts. First is K-12 education system. There are about 98% students can be enrolled in this system. And after grade 6, after grade 9, I think, there are almost only 77% can continue their high school education. And there are 45% can be enrolled to a higher education system. The rest of them will get into the vocational education system, which means there are only 25% students can be enrolled to have the opportunity to enter in the higher education system. So here, according to the figures given the MOE, the government taking lots of efforts in giving more opportunity in the higher education resources. So you can find the curve grows very fast in this area. Especially from the 1978, there are only not more than 3% students can be enrolled in the higher education system. However, the ambitions of the government in 2020, they wish to give 50% high school students can be enrolled in the higher education systems. So the total amount of the students are 38 million on-campus students. So it's still a really great number. So that's why, because there are not much higher education resources provided, so lifelong learning continues to be provided. The first challenge is we need to close the gap between school and the industry requirements, because the technology, the concept change so fast. The students, when they are graduate, what they learn are passed over. They're out of age. So they need continuous learning even after they graduate from the university. And the future challenge is we need continuously professional development. We need also connecting between the global education resources. For example, Chinese are meeting a great challenge in getting older. Much more, we have much more senior citizens as the time goes by. So the nursing system, healthcare system is under great demand in this time. So it's a great, we need continue the healthcare concept, technology, and even for the education system into China to providing better services. And also, as mentioned, the fast development of automated manufacturing and services systems. So, besides that, another very important point is we are the generation who will have a 100 years life, which means when we are 50, we are owning half of life. So what we'll do at that time? So the university system and the professional development system and the interesting education system need to upgrade it to meet the challenges. But there's always but. Our systems are not ready. For example, this is a classroom, typical classrooms in south of China. There's pockets in front of the classroom, the so-called cell phone rest station. So the schools are trying to cut off the connections between between the students and the information. However, the students typically have 2 cell phones. So they turn on out of time cell phone and play another one. So that's one of the facts what they are reflect the traditional education system is cannot catch the time at this moment. So we, as I mentioned, we are the holding companies of Shanghai. Shanghai is the biggest MOOC platforms, but we are not only focused in MOOC anymore. We have 17 million registered users and over 2,000 courses at this time. And we connecting with 466 institutes already, and already have 5+ full online degree programs. Every day, we generating more than 20 gigabytes learning behaviors of students. And we providing the facilities to the universities of China. There are, as I mentioned, there are 38 million registered students on campus. And now we have 2,600 universities in China. So they have great demand in contents and the systems and the information technologies to leverage their ability. And plus that, we also have the academic resources from Tsinghua University, Beijing Normal University, and from the industries like Microsoft, Cisco, and Tencent and the BAT in China. We also partner of UNESCO, ICEE, and etc. international organizations. And Tsinghua Holdings in the left side, the center is Tsinghua Holding. Tsinghua Holding is one of the biggest university-owned holding companies across the world. We have about 400 billion RMBs assets in past years. and we have 10 of listed company at that time. So modern education is one of the most important part of our portfolio. So China, different to Western sides, Coursera and edX can providing the services profit from corporates. However, Chinese corporates is difficult to pay for their employees, but they can be paid. We can be paid by degree-oriented programs. So at the top of the tower is we providing the full online degree programs to the students. And we divided by the services into different levels. At the bottom of the services are credit-oriented courses. We providing full online degree credit courses to for the universities by tailoring our services. For example, some universities are demand, I don't trust the online test. I prefer paper-based. So we can provide the paper-based test for the universities. So, but the teaching assistance services can be provided by StarTrek. So that's why we can provide quality assurance to the teaching quality. So by the system and the services and the contents, so we can leverage the ability of the traditional offline universities. But only focus the higher education system is not good enough, because when we are trying to change the higher education system, as I mentioned, to lifelong oriented system, we need also change the K-12 education system who providing the students to the higher education. And also we need to change the new structure of vocational education systems. So we accelerate our education evolution by investments. So we investment the K-12 education like the content-based 爱学堂 in the first logo, and the new generation of education is a PBL-based solution educating is like Moonshoot Academy. It's a pioneer education solution in China, located in Peking University Middle School. And we also have the investment in professional and vocational education in different directions. And but also a very important point is we also investment a lot in edtechs. We looking very important like VR technology, so we invest the Fly VR, and also the evaluation technology, so we investment the Muhua 上册. So it's a kind of evaluation providing services to the schools and the students. So the picture is still very open to us. There are still very great demographic dividend in this period. Yesterday, Michael Yu, the CEO of New Oriental, shared his story. And they are focusing building a bridge to sending students from China to overseas. But it's only a part of the demographic dividend. We believe there's lots of new opportunities by introducing the new resources like degree programs and the certificate programs into China. And we also can send the students into the foreign universities. Besides that, also interested with cooperate with new technology, education technology partners to leverage our ability in education. So that will be lead to change our world. So you can find we are enabling the higher education, traditional higher education system, make it possible they can provide services to the audience, to the students, regardless beyond the limit of the physical campus. We did have pilot programs in last year. We provide full online degree programs in master degree in nursing. We find that at the first, the system reflects lots of students are learning in the midnight. So we are confused why that happened. After investigate from the students, you can find the result is the students are, most of them are on duty. So they learning in the midnight when they are on duty, so they can have the chance learning in the midnight. So that's make a great possible. In the traditional education system, they have to physically travel to the university and learning in the weekend and back to the hospital on the Monday. So it could be a very time and cost consumed. So our program gives the possibility to the students who have a strong wish to have the opportunity to get in lifelong learning. So that's the meaning of our vision, I think. And another side is for the innovating. Because higher education system are changed, the future is changed. So the K-12 system also be innovated. So, and that's why we can have the new generation students who fit the requirements of the higher education. And for the professional and the vocational education, we try to expand the area and the time frame for the students. So the students can learn anywhere, anytime. So that make the lifelong learning possible. And by the EdTech, we leverage the whole system and the whole platform ecosystem by EdTechs. So this picture is a snapshot of one of our portfolio company, as I mentioned, is the Moonshoot Academic. It's an experimental academic who focuses in 9th grade to 12th grade students. It's totally different to the traditional classrooms. It have an open space, and there's a board to the students can show their flyers on the wall, and they have a stage to demonstrate and to share what they are thinking. So that's the new generation and the new way we caring about in the future. So our slogan is New Education, New World. Wish we can have the opportunity to collaborate and finding the bright new future. Thank you.